Hey, what's up guys, Little Luigi here, back with STeller episode 9.1. Our 4 contestants gave 10 sentences because a certain someone used a clone. I wonder if you can find it. We have a beautiful story made by a clone user, Angel, I'm Chuck, and Soul Snake. But before we start off this episode, let's take a moment to respect the dead. The first dead we had was Luna. Luna, with her amazing creativity, created a beautiful sentence about frickin' toothbrushes. She was honored with her very own custom-made toothbrush. Magical Miles was next. This beautiful person was sleeping in the most comfortable bed. Magical Miles did not respond, causing Miles to suffer death while he was sleeping. Next was Butter, a delicious man who was killed by Darth Vader himself. He may have been revived, but he suffered Magical Miles' fate and was killed in his sleep. Next death was Mafia Boss, the person with the most outdated name. He was murdered by making the most anticlimactic ending to a story. Logan Avery is next. She was criticized for her short generic sentences in round 4 and was helplessly murdered by voters. Then came Cormany. Oh, wait, he's not even real. Then came Max Specto, who was brutally murdered by CG3K in round 6. CG3K came after. He was wondering how he survived this long, but that jinxed him into death. And our last death for now, Dragonfire, one of the most unexpected deaths yet, who was unexpectedly forced into making a quick ending. Poor Dragonfire, but who will be next? Well, you voters decide. Do not forget to vote. Voting is what gives me life, so if you don't, I'm practically dead. Before we look at sentences, let's check out the popularity contest. A certain 3 people who I will not name are still staying up there. I wonder if they will ever move. But at the bottom, the dead is not getting recognized. Magical Miles and Mafia Boss, poor dead. Maybe if they were in Stellar Heaven, they would get more fame. So Magical Miles, Mafia Boss, and Logan Avery, why don't you guys go get some fame right now? In other news that you guys don't care about, I changed the system I use to calculate votes and such so that it's faster, but a bit laggier. With that said, let's look at some fan art. First, let's crank out all the Max Specto junk. There's Angry Me, and there's me hurting being in low quality, and whoa, a meme of me killing everyone at Stellar. But we also got a meme video from Dragonfire that's kind of long, so I'll try to shorten it.
It's the end. But the moment has been prepared for.
The Watcher. He was the Doctor all the time.
What an amazingly edited meme. Now with that done, here's how to vote. Remember, anyone can vote except for the host. If you're a contestant, you can vote, and if you're a viewer, you can vote. At the end of the episode, it will show a list with all the sentences, and you have to list the letters that label the sentences in order from best to worst. Best being on the left and worst being on the right, and then send that in a comment below. You have until August 5th, 6 o'clock CST. Now, it's time to read a lovely bedtime story to you guys. I woke up, trapped inside this dark room with only a glimmer of light piercing through the vent above. I felt water slowly climbing up my feet as I struggled to break the chains that held me. The chains wouldn't budge. They were too tight. I noticed a set of tools, but they were just out of reach. I looked around for what felt like ages to find any sort of object that could help guide me to the tools. That's when I noticed a stick had happened to be close by. I took it and began to use it to attempt to pull the tools closer. As I tried to hook the tools on the stick and push them closer, the door opened and Pewdiepie came in. He was riding Jorgen, and Sven was right behind him. He said in his sexy Swedish accent, "It's time for you to play Tuber Simulator." My breath was taken away by this beautiful Swedish trio. I began to carefully climb onto Jorgen, making sure not to harm the majestic creature. We rode off into the sunset, but then Pewds took a turn and we entered his Minecraft home and lived happily ever after. That's the story. Do not forget to vote, guys. It's just so easy. Check out the Stellar Discord and maybe subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye!